My name is Kyoungho Kim, and I'm a qualified lawyer in South Korea. And I was also admitted to the role of solicitors in England last December, having satisfied all 3 stages of the QLTS. I completed a law degree in South Korea, which is adopting the civil law system. After I passed the national bar exam, followed by 2-year mandatory legal training at the Judicial Research and Training Institute, and then I was admitted to the bar in South Korea. And then I worked at one of leading law firms in South Korea before I came to the UK. While I was practicing in South Korea, I realized that English law plays a significant role on the international transactions, in particular on the cross-border transactions. So I found out that there was a huge demand for an English solicitor, and also there are not many English solicitors who are practicing in Korea at the moment. So I thought that if I was able to be qualified as an English solicitor as well, I thought I could give more trusted advice to the client. So I decided to study English law, which is the basis of the common law, and to become an English solicitor as well. So initially I took the GDL in anticipation of taking the domestic route for the qualification, namely LPC following the GDL plus 2-year training contract, because I was not eligible to take the transfer test, namely QLTT at the time. But I found out that the QLTS was newly implemented and it was open to many civil law jurisdictions, including South Korea. So I decided to take the QLTS, which is the fast-track route for qualification as an English solicitor. Given the nature of the QLTS assessments, which introduced clinical assessments covering the practical skills and professional client relationship skills, as well as legal issues itself as well. So I think the preparation course would be necessary for me to fully prepare for the QLTS assessments. So I did some research to find out the suitable preparation course provider, and then I chose the QLTS School because it provided a comprehensive course program, and also it also provided a personalized tutor support. Initially, I prepared for the MCT with the QLTS School, and I successfully passed the MCT on my first attempt. But I decided not to take the preparation course for the OSCE and the TLST. But I had some difficulties in preparing for the OSCE and TLST on my own. So I decided to take the preparation course with the QLTS School again. And then I successfully passed the OSCE and the TLST. For MCT, I was provided with comprehensive materials covering all important legal issues on each subject of the MCT. So I could familiarize myself with important legal issues on each subject of the MCT. Personally, I think MCT question bank was very helpful to me because I was able to practice numerous sample questions before the real MCT assessment. I was able to learn how to manage time for the real MCT assessment. For the OSCE and TLST, I could receive personalized tutor support. I was able to contact my personal tutor via Skype or telephone at any time to ask legal issues and also practical skills. And even I contacted my personal tutor for discussing my personal study plan. It was an invaluable opportunity to objectively assess my performance prior to the real assessments. It gave me a lot of confidence in the real assessment days. I feel a preparation course, in particular for the OSCE and TLST, would be necessary because the QLTS introduces clinical assessments covering not only legal issues but also professional practical skills in the context of legal work environment. So in my opinion, just reading through textbooks on your own would not guarantee you passing the OSCE and TLST. And also, it is very important for your performance to be objectively measured prior to the real assessment, and also for you to get an instant feedback from the personal tutor would be very important and would be necessary for your preparation. And also I found that mock assessments for the OSCE and TLST with my personal tutor were most beneficial. Through this experience and following instant feedback from my personal tutor, I was able to know what areas of professional skills are my weak points. So I was able to focusing on those weak areas during the rest of my preparation period. And further, it gave me a lot of confidence in the real assessment days for the OSCE and TLST. Throughout my preparation period, I had to attend the law school in London for a certain period of time. And also I worked at a law firm to gain a work experience in London. So it was pretty hard to allocate much time every day regularly. But I tried to allocate at least 3 to 4 hours a day. And during the period when I was solely preparing for the QLTS assessment, I tried to allocate 7 to 8 hours a day. But as I said, the amount of time allocated was much different depending on my personal situations. So I think for that reason, it was very helpful that the QLTS school provides a flexible online-based program, and it could be adapted to my personal situations. For MCT, I felt less nervous because MCT is mainly focusing on legal issues. And also, as the name itself suggests, MCT is a multiple choice test, which I was familiar with during my previous academic stages of my legal career. But in contrast, I felt more nervous when I came to take the OSCE and TLST because I was unfamiliar with the clinical assessments. And also, I didn't have extensive legal experiences gained at UK law firms at the time. But when I came to take the OSCE and TLST, I tried to keep thinking, oh, I'll just do my best, as if I'm now doing the mock assessments with the QLTS School. So it gave me a lot of confidence, and as I got through the first station of the first day of OSCE, I felt more confidence, just like the mock assessment with the QLTS School. Actually, after I was admitted as an English solicitor last December, I was able to gain some work experience at a city law firm in London. My English qualification via the QLTS could give me more opportunities in my future career. My English qualification could enhance my professional reputation in my home country, and I hope that I could provide more trusted legal advice to my clients when I came back to my country. The client relationship skills which I developed throughout the preparation period could be my potential asset in my future career. As I repeated, given that the QLTS assessments introduces clinical assessments covering a wide range of professional skills on the wide range of each subject, I would advise, especially those who are in their early stages of a legal career, to gain these kinds of practical skills through their practicing experience, or alternatively, a comprehensive and well-organized preparation course provider like the QLTS School could be your good guide for your journey to passing the QLTS assessments to practice these kinds of practical elements of the skills. I would recommend the QLTS to lawyers who are or want to providing a trusted legal advice to their clients, especially on international level of transactions, such as cross-border transactions. Even if you are not seeking to practice law in England and Wales geographically, the English qualification via the QLTS could enhance your professional reputation in your home jurisdiction. And also, I think it could give you more opportunities in your future career. Because I think being qualified to advise English law could certainly be a big plus. In addition to having general professional competencies as a good lawyer, in order to be an efficient modern lawyer today, I think we now to have a great communication skills with clients as well as with colleagues. I think an increasingly globalized legal marketplace could mean that we now have to have a great communication skills with clients and with colleagues in the different part of the world, having different cultures, having different languages, and having different time zones. So I think taking a QLTS assessments to be qualified as an English solicitor could be your first step to enhance your career to a globalized level, and also the professional practical skills which you can develop throughout the preparation period for the QLTS could be your potential asset in your future career. While I was practicing in South Korea, I recognized that English law was very popular, in particular in the cross-border transactions and also in the construction, energy, and maritime industries. So I wanted to be able to advise my client on the English law aspects as well. So the demand for the English law legal advice was huge in those areas of industries. So I decided to study English law and further to become an English solicitor as well.